Good morning. It's 9:30. I arrived at the access point here about half hour ago. Met up with some park staff who unfortunately are working, but it's a nice job to have. They're going out to one of the lakes to do some trail maintenance. I'm all packed up. This is my first trip of the year, and my first trip of the year, I'm always a little bit apprehensive about it. I'll talk more about that once I arrive to my campsite. It's only about a half hour or so paddle in. It's nice and calm today. As you can see, I'm wearing my bug jacket. I was humming and hawing about do I have to wear it or not. As I was unloading my car, bugs were horrendous. Well, not horrendous, but they were bad enough, so I'll put it on. I don't care. I should be okay though with my pants. I will likely tuck them in, but my pants and my t-shirt are sprayed with promethazine, which I picked up in the springtime. You cannot buy it in Canada. Health Canada has not approved it, but it is available in other countries, and you can bring it across the border. So anyway, I'm not going to film as a paddle, but I'll arrive at my campsite probably within half an hour and set up camp and talk later. Well, it's 10:15. I've arrived at campsite 104. According to maps by Jeff, it should be about a 20-minute paddle, and that's about right. I got here somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes. The exit or entry level here is not the best. I've seen worse, but got rocks all on the shore, which is to be expected in this park. But I was able to pull in here and then pull up my canoe. It's staying down here. It'll be tied up. As you see, I have it tied up around 2 roots. I don't want to carry it up the hill. No need. I will come down and flip it over. And just for those of you who still want to paddle but are not in the best of shape, I've got 2 bad knees from arthritis, and my right knee is hurting, which makes it awkward when I'm sitting in my canoe. But I made it here, and like I said, it's a short paddle in, and it's nice sight with a nice view. I don't believe that I might get a sunset. The western sky is somewhere over in this area here, and nice sight. It is breezy, which keeps bugs away, even though I am wearing a bug jacket. Small lake behind me. So this is facing north. I believe, I checked before I left, I believe that tomorrow or Thursday is supposed to be a good chance for northern lights. So I may be able to come down here and check that out. Hopefully it'll be good. That's this. This is a southerly view here. I'll be unpacking and setting up shortly. There are 2 things that I forgot on this trip. One is not too important, but the other one kind of is, but I have backups. I forgot to bring my little selfie stick. I used to set that on the ground and I could film as I'm setting up camp. I can't do that, so I left it at home. But I can still do filming, which is, I mean, everybody here has seen how a tent sets up, so it's not an issue. The other thing I forgot, and could be more serious, but it's not a long trip, so not too bad. I have a map, of course, and I have a GPS with Maps by Jeff loaded on it. And through Avenger Maps, I have, again, Maps by Jeff loaded on my phone. I have a charger for my phone to last me 4 days. I'm only in for 3. But I've got a compass. The phone and GPS are meant to be as backups, but I forgot my compass. Now I can, when I left the access point, I could certainly orient my map to face where it was going and look to see exactly where I paddled to. It wasn't very difficult. Come to a long island and go left at the island. Make sure you see a campsite on the left-hand side, then come in here. That's straightforward. Tomorrow, when I go up to another waterfalls, it's basically I'm paddling back out here, turning left, which is west, I believe. East. I'm turning east, and then just follow up the lake to the dam, and then it's straightforward. But you know, it's dumb of me not to bring one. I do have. There is a small compass on my my bug spray bottle, so if need be, I can always use that. But yeah, the breeze has died down, so the bugs are all over the place here. I'm going to start setting up now. Okay, I'm all set up in here. There's my sleeping bag, sleeping pad underneath, my maps, and I think inside this bag is a light, a headlamp. My maps in there, but GPS is in there. I've got a book to read this afternoon, Bible to read tonight. This is the 4th year for me using my Fee Active tent. I have to say that I like it. It's about 4 pounds, so there are tents out there that are a bit lighter. It's a 2-person tent, and it really is a 2-person tent. If you buy a double-sized sleeping pad, it'll fit in there. And if you're 2 guys, you're not sleeping on top of each other, which is could be an important thing too. Haven't set up the bug shelter yet. I will do that later. Chairs out there. This shows you just how much wind we have. My hammock's out. There is a tear in it now. I'll have to replace. I can probably right now just put some duct tape on it. I'll have to eventually replace it. But for now, I can lay in it. But I do want to say, I did mention that on my first trip I'm always a bit apprehensive, and there are a couple reasons for that I can think of. One reason, over the winter time when I'm car camping during the winter time, when people talk about their trips, they always talk about what goes wrong. That makes for much more interesting and story. And so what they talk about is any bear encounters that they've had. Now I've been canoeing this is my 38th year canoeing, and for years it was 3 or 4 trips a year. Now it's 5 to 7 trips a year because I have more time off now. I've never had any bear issues. Twice I've come within 30 feet and maybe 50 feet of a bear. No issues at all. One time, matter of fact, I was on a trail in Lake Superior. Did a bend in the trail, and sitting in front of me, about 30 or 35 feet away, was probably about a 2-year-old black bear. Right in the middle of the trail, just sitting there munching on something. And I was never threatened at all. I could have, if I thought about it, slowly got my camera out to get a real good picture, but I didn't. What I did instead is you look and think about safety first. So I said, "Oh, bear, you're a very nice bear, but I think now you should run along." and the bear looked up and he ran along. So that was nice to see. The other really close encounter that I had was in Algonquin Park. I was walking, I had walked up to High Falls Lake, where there's a water slide and a couple of waterfalls there. And there's a what they call a cheater trail off the road going up to Acre. It's about a 5-kilometer walk. I was on my way back, probably less than a kilometer away from my car, and lo and behold, a black bear comes crossing the trail, maybe 50 feet in front of me. My camera was turned off at the time, and by the time I thought about it, I thought, well, it's too late to get a picture, even though the bear wasn't running or anything like that, just sauntering past, but I didn't have time. Well, it turns out I could have had time, because right behind her were 2 little cubs came trotting along behind. So yes, I was within about 50 feet of a mother bear and her 2 cubs. They were crossing the trail. I just stopped and let them go. Did I feel threatened? No, not in any way. Bear just happened to be walking through. Obviously, she didn't know I was there, or else she would have not crossed. But no issues at all. But people always talk about bear encounters. So first trip out, I got a bit apprehensive about that. Okay, it's 12:30, almost time for lunch. But as you can see, the bug shelter is up. Every time that you set this up, it goes up in a little different fashion. These ropes came with it. They're actually meant to go into the ground, as you can see what you have here, but I tie them up top here. I bring extra rope as well to tie off everywhere. I've got rope left over. You see all kinds of ties over here. It all depends on where the trees are, and like I said, each time you set it up, it's a little bit different. I do have a center line there going through, and lots of room inside here for me. Right now with the wind going, bugs are an issue, but they will be in the evening, so I have a place to retreat to. And this is my camp setup. You've already seen my bedroom. Now you've seen my dining room, and you can see my view here. And you can see how windy it is with the way my hammock's blowing. There's one other room that you haven't seen yet, and there's something in the distance. There we go. Lunch today will be the same as tomorrow, something easy. Got some bagels and some, I wouldn't call it gourd, well, it's gourd, but there's no peanuts in it. Got raisins in it and cashews and walnuts, so I'll have some of that. And a good to go, this is vanilla almond bar. This has got 2 grams of sugar in it, so it's healthy for me. And to drink, this is some mango pineapple. I actually got this at Walmart. That's their store brand. They have 2 flavors that are sweetened with stevia and cane sugar. So again, it's a bit less sugar in it, which is good for me. It says on the package at home, it says to mix it with half a liter of water. I've had these before. I mix it in a full water bottle, which is a liter, and to me it tastes just fine. So that'll be lunch today. And according to maps by Jeff, there is a tiny waterfalls just over here somewhere. So I'll go out this afternoon and have a look, see how tiny that it is, and then lay in the hammock for a while. This is the waterfalls marked on the maps by Jeff. There's your drop there. Right now I hear a sound. The sound is my hammock calling me. It wants me to sleep on it. So that I shall do. Well, it's almost time for supper. It's my second year using the Jetbro stoves. I think this will be my last meal on this canister. What I do is I mark down here each time that I use it. I've used it 11 times. I think I'll get 12 out of it. And that's actually based on videos by Kevin Ride. So I think I'll get 12 out of it, so we'll see. I do have another can with me, obviously, for this trip. I didn't do a good job of packing. I will be putting in my hamburger here to rehydrate, along with some sour cream, so we have some tacos. I was supposed to have brought cheese in with me, but cheese is in my cooler. I put it in the cooler for when I was car camping last night. Meant to put it in the bear vault this morning, and I didn't. But such as luck. I made a lot of mistakes on this trip. It's the first one of the year, so hopefully I won't have any more the rest of the year. I do have a surprise though for my drink tonight. I will say I'm having some wine, but I'm not breaking the can or bottle ban. So we'll have more on that when mealtime comes. It doesn't take long for Hamburg to rehydrate. There, how's that? Yeah, it doesn't take long for that to rehydrate. What does take a bit longer is the sour cream. And I kind of need it to, need as in, this, this stuff. And I need it as well for my tacos. First meal in on a canoe trip was always steak. I don't have steak at home very often, but I always had it canoeing because steak will, when you bring it in frozen, it thaws out during the day. It'll last for the one day for cooking the first night. But lately I've been having tacos on the first night in. Something different. I think this is ready to go. So I'll just start my stove up, and hopefully I have enough fuel for this meal. If not, I'll use a new canister. But I'm figuring that I'll get 12 meals on one canister. There we go, first time. There we go. On my cookware is this Cedar Summit ones that fold up. There we go. So I've got my hamburger in here. There we go. Just wrap it all up. Minus the cheese because I forgot it. Now, I did mention that I'm having wine tonight. I brought in a bottle of wine, but I did not break the can or bottle ban. Where's my mug? Okay, got my mug here. On the May long weekend, I was camping down at Turkey Point, and on the way back home, I stopped by at a winery in Port Dover called the Frisky Beaver, and did some sampling there. Some sampling, that's better. And I was having a look at a wine to buy to bring home, and I happened to notice this. It is a Frisky Beaver white blend. I can read what it says. From the beauty of the countryside comes a wine with a lust for break free. A wine so adventurous, it pairs up with any food imaginable, including tacos. From grilled salmon to messy poutine, a wine so unpretentious, you can drink it anywhere, from a garden party to a camping trip. Hey, this is what I'm doing, camping trip. It says so right there. Read it. It says so right there, camping trip. Enjoy the bottle of Frisky Beaver anywhere you want. Break the rules, it never tasted so good. So this is actually a bottle of wine, but it's actually a cardboard bottle. The top of it, the cap is plastic by the looks of it, but the wine bottle itself is paper, cardboard. So I'm not breaking the ban at all. Some wine. Like I said, all my pots and pans are the sea to stomach ones that fold up, just like this one here. That's my bowl. I do have a larger bowl that I don't need. My plate folds up. I do have two mugs, a fold-up mug and a mug with my wine in it. But I also found this a few years ago, a little teapot that also folds up. So I can bring in lots of stuff for cooking, and doesn't take up, it all folds up flat, it doesn't take up a lot of room. Yeah, I wanted to bring in the wine. That's why I bought it on the long weekend. I wanted to bring in a cardboard bottle. I thought it was a novel idea. I thought it was nice. My thinking was I likely won't finish the whole bottle tonight. I might, but probably not. But what I had left I was going to put into one of my water bottles, so it would fit inside my bear vault for overnight. Because I bring in two water bottles. However, the one has still got my mango a drink in it, and I want to have water left without having to do any pumping for breakfast tomorrow. So either I need to drink a lot of wine or drink a lot of my punch to empty out one of the containers. So I know one way will be more fun than the other way, that's for sure. Time now for a nice quiet campfire. One advantage of not having any portage is you can carry in more stuff. So I had firewood left over from my campfire last night at George Lake, so I just put it in my canoe, and that's what I'm having tonight. Didn't have to go out and gather any. Nice quiet evening. Fire by the lake. And I just like being out here just to relax, unwind, and just marvel at the nature around us. This will be a short fire tonight, about half an hour. Thanks for watching another Camper 69 video. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate any comments that you leave. If you like the video, then click on the like, and thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye now.